So one of my favorite things to do before I work out is to engage through my glutes and activate them and switch them on. So you'll get more of a workout when you switch and activate the muscles. So my favorite exercise to do is clamps. So that's what we're going to do as our warm up and a bit of a strength exercise to begin with. We're going to do clamps with a kick out. For those of you who've been to a few of my sessions before, you know this one very, very well. If you've got a band, pop that on. Otherwise, if it's your first time, I'm going to talk you through it. You're going to lay on that side. Make sure you're supporting your elbow with your shoulder or shoulder elbow in line. Bottom leg out, nice and long. Top foot goes to the back of the calf. And I like to roll right over so my hips are almost looking at the ground. That way, when we do this exercise, we're deactivating the hip flexor, which tends to be quite overworked for most people. So that's the difference to what a lot of trainers will tell you to do. It's up to you how you want to do them. That's what I find works best. So we're going to focus on our glute muscles, which are a pair of three muscle groups. Three muscles that make a group of glutes in our bottom. So we're going to focus on these during the lift, and it just looks like that. There you go. So it's just a little lift. You'll just see the knee doesn't move too much, but we really want to focus on the glute doing that lift. So just nice and gentle. You might sort of want to move around a bit, feel what works best for you. Maybe you don't want to go over so much towards the ground, but just move it around a bit, see what's best for your body. Everyone's bodies are different, so our movements are all going to be slightly different. So I'm going to try to do about 12 here. Of course, if you're wearing a band, you've got it around the knees or just above the knees. There we go. All right. Now we're going to lift the leg up. We're going to kick it out. So drive through with your heel. I prefer to be on my elbow, as you can see, but you can come down and lay down a bit more like that. Just make sure you've got that hand down in front to support you. And we're doing about 12 of these again. Really good, guys. Just keep it nice and controlled. Should start feeling it in the glutes there now. Last one. Cool. Let's change sides. So laying out nice and long, bottom leg straight, top leg hook over at the calf, rolling over so our hips are facing towards the ground. Just a little lift. Yeah, move around. You can come back a little bit if you want, or come down to the ground. Feel what works best for you. One thing you'll notice is that most likely one side of the glutes will be stronger or weaker than the other side. And the more you do this exercise, the more you'll realise which side it is, especially the next day. Do that 4 more. And then we'll do those kick outs. Good. All right, I'm kicking out. So the glute muscle group, really important for posture. Helps with reducing pain in the back or the legs, particularly the hips and the knees. But the glute muscles are really easy to switch off. So particularly if you sit a lot, if you go to, say, like a physio or an osteo, they might say that your glutes are lazy. So these are brilliant exercises to help switch them back on, engage them, and strengthen them. Do 4 more. We drive through that heel. Good. All right, let's go back to the other side. So this time we'll do about 10. As I mentioned before, I like to do this exercise before a workout or before going for a jog. Definitely get more out of my workout by doing this to begin with. Good, and kicking out. And for me, I'll do roughly 50 of each of these on each side. And I do usually use a band as well. But that's definitely something you can work up to. I don't expect anyone to do that straight away. Making sure you're breathing on each rep too. Good, change sides. And again, 10 of each. If you're having a rest day, this is always a good exercise to do instead of a workout as well. Nice and gentle, but very, very effective. Good, and kicking out. Looking really good, guys. Well done. Make sure that heel doesn't drop down. You're driving through. Good. And rest. Grab a sip of water if you need it. And I will tell you about tonight's workout. All right. So the way I've designed tonight's workout is we're going to do sort of a strength exercise and then an exercise to really get our heart racing, get our heart beating nice and fast, and then we're going to rest. So it's going to be 50 seconds of the slow, more controlled movement, 20 seconds super fast, and then 10 seconds rest. We've got 6 different exercises. So I'll go through those with you now and give you a bit of a scaling option. And during the actual workout, I'll give you some ideas of what muscles you're supposed to be focusing on and technique. So the first one we've got, and if you don't have weights, that's totally fine. I'm going to use some light weights tonight. So we're going to do a bench over row, so rolling up, and then a fly. Up and fly. If you don't have weights, nice flat hands. Roll up and fly. That's totally fine. If you get a bit of a sore back with that one, just don't go back down, sort of like lean over too much. Second exercise we've got is squat thrusters. So squatting down and up. Like that. Alternative, don't squat so low, or just do the press. Next tip we've got is deadlifts. So we're going to do straight-legged deadlifts, so just a slight bend in the knees. We're going to go slow on the way down, and then drive through our heels and push through our glutes to come back up. So nice and slow, and push up. Again, if you don't have weights, totally fine. Go all the way down and touch the ground with your fingers, and come back up. You've still got a really good workout through the hamstrings. Then we've got calf raise, calf raise and curl. Go. And of course, you can just do the raise, grab something a bit heavier if you want, and hold on to that. Grab a chair, grab a bag, or you can just do the curl. Then we've got dips or tricep extension. So I didn't bring a chair in here, I don't have a chair. So I'm going to do tricep extension like that with my weights, or you can do it like that. Show you the bench. Really professional here, aren't we? All right, so you've got a chair or your couch or even the bed. You're going to come on and do it that way. So it's a very isolated exercise, this one, but it's the triceps. if you've got any shoulder issues, don't do it with the bench or the chair. Just use a weight. You can use it with bands as well. So just kicking back, or back like that. And then the last exercise we're going to do is a crunch. So a straight crunch, and then to the side. Like that. So straight, side to side, straight. So each of those exercises are going to go for 50 seconds. I want you to keep them slow and controlled and really feel what's going on with your body, if there's sort of any imbalances. Just really get to know your body with those exercises. Then the 20 seconds in between each of those, we're going to do a jog and punch, just on the spot. Like that, then rest for 10 seconds. That's going to be our first round. It's going to go for 8 minutes. Grab a sip of water if you need it. I'm going to get the timer started and we will go. Right. Right, so we're going to start with that row and reverse fly. And ready and go. So row and fly. There we go. So with this one, we're really focusing on squeezing through our shoulder blades. We don't want to come up too high near our neck. Think about the middle of your back, squeezing down nice and low there. They're looking really good, guys. Just keep control. We don't need to go too fast at all. See, we want our back nice and flat. So all those back muscles are engaged as well. Draw belly button to spine. Good, but 15 more seconds. Of course, if you need to stand up and reset, that's totally fine. We're all at different levels. We just want you moving. 5 more seconds and we're going into our jog and punch. And go. We're doing 20 seconds. A little bit of a coordination thing happening here. It's too much. Put the weights, my arms down. 5 more seconds. And rest. Good work, guys. All right, our squat thrusters now. Take a deep breath. And go. So squatting down, pressing up. So we want to keep our chest up as high as we can. Think about getting your butt between your heels. And being nice and tall at the top. Again, we don't need to go too fast. Got 50 seconds. As you're coming up out of that squat, focus on squeezing your glutes to push your hips forward. 20 more seconds. Make sure belly button's drawn towards the spine. Five more seconds and we're going into that jog and punch again. Let's go. When you're punching with this one, try to squeeze through your shoulder blades as well, particularly if you've got weights. Let's go a bit quicker. And rest. Woo! All right. Slow deadlift. Ready. And go. Slow all the way down. And drive through with the glutes on the way up. We're going to keep our back nice and tight. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings. If you've got a heavier weight lying around, you can definitely use that. Nice deep breaths on each one. Again, make sure the core is engaged. You can hold pelvic floor and through the abs. Definitely engage all there. Squeeze those glutes to push hips forward. Great exercise for back of the body, this one. All right, the last one. Good. All right, going into our jog and punch now. Good. So good, guys. I can see I'm definitely going a little bit slower than other people. So I'm glad you're going that fast. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time, so good on you. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And stop. All right, shrug those shoulders out. We've got the calf raise and curl next. All right, deep breath. All right, raise and curl at the same time. Good. We'll probably go a little bit quicker with this one if you've got that balance under control. We want to get that burn in the calves. We also want it really balanced there. Looking good, guys. I'm going to absolutely sprint it out with this jog and punch next. Got 10 more seconds. Nice deep breaths. All right, ready? Let's go. Go, 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 go. 10 seconds, go for it, guys, as quick as you can. Nice and light on the toes. Big, nice, strong punches there. And rest. Woo! We've got 2 more and then we'll have a break. All right, we've got the dips or the tricep extension. I'm going to do it up here now. There we go. Do one arm or both at the same time. It's up to you. Then what's going to work for you. So, should have mentioned, if you don't have a bench to do the dip on, or you don't have weights, you can use like cans from your pantry, sauce bottle, water bottles, even just your shoes, whatever's lying around, just to give you a little bit of added weight, added resistance. Right, I'm going to demonstrate that other way of doing it. This way is a lot more effective if you've got a heavier weight. Same as the bench over rows. Everything really engaged there. All right, let's go. Punching again. Jog the other spot. Got one more exercise after this. Let's get that heart rate racing. We'll calm it down with those crunches. Let's see, guys. Quick, quick, quick. Good. All right. On the ground crunches. If you've got any issues with crunches, do bridges. I'll demonstrate those for you. Let's start with the crunches. Draw belly button to spine. Oh, that's the bridge, sorry. Belly button to spine. There's our crunches. Just straight up, then sides. Let me demonstrate that bridge again. The bridge is squeezing through the glutes and back down. So the glutes are really pushing the hips up. So that's scaling it back. If you've got any issues with the crunch. This is a good one to practice engaging through pelvic floor while doing these. Definitely don't want to be pushing out. We want to be drawing everything up towards the middle of our body. And jump up, guys. Let's go. Whew. So last 20 seconds of punches. We'll have a break. And we'll do it again. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. All right, 5 seconds, go for it. Go, 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 go. And rest. Grab a sip of water. Wipe away that sweat. Whew. Everyone's disappeared. Where are we, guys? Can I get some thumbs up on how we're feeling, or anyone want to unmute if you have got any questions? Yeah, cool, thank you. Okay, I'll give you 30 more seconds if you've got a question. Otherwise, instead of our jogging and punching this time, thank you. Instead of our jogging and punching this time, we're going to do skaters. Thank you, I'm loving that you're here with us. All right, so skaters. I'm not even going to talk you through this one. You're just going to have to watch and copy. Leg behind the other one, opposite hand to foot. Okay, and we're going to do it faster than that. So I'm going to get my mat out of the way so I don't trip. And try to hop it a bit if you can. But do what works for you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're nice and warm now, so this round is we're going to power through. If you've got time, we won't, unfortunately, on Zoom, I'll cut us off. But if you've got time, I want you to do a third round as well. And in your third round, instead of your skaters or your jog and punch, you're going to do a hold. Okay? So for those people who are at home watching, that's what you're going to do for the third round without me. All right, guys. Second round, I'm going to set my timer. We're starting with those rows and reverse flies. Deep breath. Let's go. 50 seconds. Nice controlled belly button to spine. Nice flat back. Really thinking about squeezing through those shoulder blades in the middle of your back. I want you to keep going. I'm going to show you exactly where on my back. Back here, where your bra strap is if you're wearing a bra. That's where I want you to think about it. We want to disengage up around your neck. We want all those muscles to be nice and relaxed. So think middle back, hands towards your hips for that row. That's it, guys. Got 10 more seconds. Make sure that belly button is nice and tight, away from your clothes. All right, let's go to our skaters. That's it, guys. So doing 20 seconds. You go as fast or as slow that suits you. It will depend on how much room you've got. We want to get that heart rate up. And rest. All right, next one is squat thrusters. We're squatting and pressing. Ready, and go. Pressing up. Staying as upright as possible. Think about the glutes pushing the hips forward as you come up. Squeeze through your shoulder blades as you press overhead. Just going at the pace that suits you. Got 30 more seconds. Make sure your feet aren't coming up off the ground. 20 more seconds. They're looking really good, guys. Well done. Really good. 10 more seconds. Go a little bit quick on these last couple. Good. Weights down. Skaters. Love this exercise. You'll feel it tomorrow if you haven't done them before. Get that little hop happening if you can. And rest. Got the deadlifts next. Got a heavier weight, so I'm going to do a heavier weight for this one. And go. So slow down. Use your glutes to push your hips forward. Come back up. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings. As you're coming back up, really drive through your heels. Going down, so really engage through those glutes, push them, like that, that's it. So we're working through the back of the body on this one, guys. The heavier weight you've got, the more you need to make sure your back's engaged and your shoulder blades are squeezed together. 10 seconds. Last one. Good, and weights down into your skaters. I'm a little bit constrained in this corner, but I hope you've got a lot more space than I do. You jump a bit further. And rest. All right, calf raise and curl. I'm going to do it with the heavier weight this time too. Deep breath, shoulders back. Let's go. So I'm feeling pretty confident with my balance and control here. Going up and down, so I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker. Really feel that burn through the calves. I know we're not really using our back. Just make sure that the back's nice and tight. You're squeezing through your shoulder blades. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Up nice and tall, guys. Deep breaths. And weights down into your skaters. You know what you're doing now, let's go faster. Gotta get nice and sweaty. Heart rate up. I want to still be talking, but I don't want you guys talking. So go as quick as you can. And rest. All right, dips and tricep extensions. Whichever one suits you. I'll show you all three ways. Make sure your back's tight, belly button's drawn to the spine, soft knees. All right, keep going. I'm going this way. You've got heavier weight, just do one arm at a time. Couple of reps one side, couple of reps the other side. I'm just going to demonstrate on the bench again. You have a chair here after all, my bench, I'm lucky enough. So keep going, guys. On the bench, got my hands there, body's not too far away from it. But like I said before, don't do this one, you've got shoulder issues. All right, skaters, let's go. Second last time we're doing them. Quick as you can, 5 seconds, go, 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 go. And rest. All right, last exercise is crunches. All right, let's go. Draw that belly button away from your clothes as much as you can. And focus on those abs doing the lift. And if you're not doing your crunch, you're going to do your bridge, which was this one here, guys. Really squeeze the glutes, get the hips up. Keep the belly button nice and tight with both of them. We want to really work those obliques as we do those side crunches. A nice big stretch around to the side. 3, 2, 1. Jump up. Skaters, let's go. As quick as you can. Last time we're doing it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 5 seconds.